Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am God, and I manifest the words I speak. My message to you today, people, is to be aware of your negative thoughts and conversations. See, obviously, you already know this, that you are what you think about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your thoughts is just as important as your words, because your thoughts is the prefix to the words. Before you have certain conversations, there's thoughts that lead and give you the words to speak. So I first want you to be aware of, what kind of thoughts you be having. If you find yourself focusing too much on right now, wherever you are, situation-wise, then to me, that's a negative thought. And you want to get in the habit of just being super aware of what you're thinking about, because unless you correct your thoughts, people, you will never be able to correct your life. So what happened is that as you think in these thoughts, which is mostly negative, whether you realize it or not, I always give the example, man, that we think about 10 to 50,000 thoughts a day. And the truth is, most people can't remember 10 in a day, a whole day. You know what I mean? If you ask them, hey, what are 10 thoughts you had today? They'll be lucky if they come up with 5. Look, I'm not trying to get you to manage or trying to get you to know all these thoughts or be super conscious of 50,000 thoughts, because that's crazy. What I instead want you to learn how to do, people, is what happened is your thoughts are genuinely focused on a few things. See, what you focus on is what dictate the thoughts you have. So if you find yourself not having the life that you want in any area, believe me when I tell you, people, it's because you're not conscious of the negative cycle of thoughts and conversations, even if it's internal conversation that you have in regards to whatever that area of your life is. So in order to really help you have an amazing life, people, you must develop the habit and master directing your thoughts, focusing your thoughts. Focus your thoughts on the things you want. Now, obviously, as you're self-aware, as you become more self-aware, you really become more conscious of what you're thinking about and what you're saying, is that I simply want you, when you find yourself in a negative spiral, when you, excuse me, and it's like, I just really want you, man, to really develop the habit of just being conscious of what you're thinking, man, because your conscious thoughts is really what allow you to change your life. So I want you to switch your thoughts from negative focus to finding, I would say, come up with about 5 main areas of your life, or 5 main things that you really truly desire. And when you find yourself starting to think negative, you don't think you can do A, B, C, D, you don't think you're good enough, or any kind of negative thoughts, people, I want you to pick one of those 5 that you're most passionate about and focus on that. Because the amazing, magical thing, people, is that whatever you focus on begets more thoughts in that regards. So if you're thinking about the things you want, then what happens is you're going to find yourself thinking about more ways how you can accomplish the things that you're focusing on. See, the reason why most people live a negative cycle of life, man, is because they don't realize it, but it's like they're constantly looking backwards. You're going forward, but you're looking in the rearview mirror. It's like your past is not going to help you, man. If you're focusing on your past, it's definitely not going to help you to accomplish a new future. It's just going to help you to relive the same past you say you don't want. So you simply need to take your eyes off the rearview mirror and looking at past bad experience and focus on the amazing experience that you would like to have and experience right now. And the more you start challenging yourself to switch from that negative thought pattern to the positive thought pattern, then what happens is you start finding yourself having more epiphanies, start having more ideas come to you in regards to how you can manifest the things that you're focusing on. Because that's how it works. Whatever you focus on, people, is what manifests in your life. And unfortunately, most people, they're focusing on the negatives in their life, and that's why they keep living a negative cycle. And the messed up thing, man, is that they don't even realize that they're doing it. It's like being in a mental prison and don't even realize that you're in the prison. So it's like You know, it's like the Matrix, you know? So it's like, I really want you to be very conscious and very self-aware of your thoughts, though, because your thoughts do indeed allow you to, create the future you want, man. And unfortunately, most people are creating negative cycle of living because they keep focusing on the things they don't want instead of focusing on the things they want. So my challenge to you today, people, is to be conscious of your negative thoughts and negative conversations, especially the conversation you have with yourself. Like, we all do it, man. It's called self-talk, and that right there is our worst obstacle to us accomplishing the things we want, because we have a lot of people out here don't realize it, but they have a lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-hate. We hate different things about yourself. And I'm challenging you, people, to be aware of these conversations that you're having, because whether you realize it or not, I'm telling you, you're having these conversations with yourself or others. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it perpetuates the negative cycles in your life. I want you to break that pattern, because it's like there's no amazing future with those negative cycle of thoughts. So I literally want you to come up with at least 5, I call them anchors. It's like 5 things. It's like whatever that is, it's like come up with, maybe for me, it's my goals. Anytime I find myself catching myself feeling self-pity, sorry for yourself, because there's signs to let you know, people, when you're having negative thoughts. There's emotions that come up. Anytime you feel yourself feeling fear, believe me, fear don't come from positive thoughts. It comes from negative thoughts. Lack, scarcity, limitations. Those are all thoughts that triggers fear, And fear is one of the most counterproductive emotion that you can have. You want to feel emotions of joy, love, excitement, passion. Those are the emotions that you want, people. So I want you to start finding things that would trigger those emotions in you, and start thinking about those things, whatever those are. Maybe it's financial independence, to not have to be struggling about things. Maybe it's to find a relationship that's very fulfilling for you. Maybe it's to be in amazing health, you know what I'm saying? Like having the body that you want, going to the gym, working out, being fit as ever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is for you, man, I want you to find those anchoring focal points that you can use to really change your negative, to break up your negative thought patterns and switching them to doing stuff that's more conducive to you achieving your amazing life on this earth, people. With that being said, people, listen, run with that today. I want you to think about that. My declarations over your life, number 1, is that you are a millionaire. Number 2 is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number 3, people, is that you have amazing health and you're in the best shape of your life. My prayer for you today, people, is that you really take this message to heart, man. I really want you to stop sabotaging yourself. I want you to really focus on stopping those negative self-talk, the negative thoughts you have. And again, the signs are there. Anytime you feel the negative emotions, people, I want you to realize that you're in a negative thought pattern, and stop that thought and find your anchoring thoughts, the things that you really do want, and switch your thought to that and force yourself to focus on that, people. That way you can experience an amazing life, all right? With that being said, you all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.